Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I'm excited to do this video today. Today I took a video idea from Julia Adams. I'll have her video linked down below. She did a video talking about if she could only keep 10 makeup products in total, what she would do. So I thought, I can do that one. I was a makeup minimalist for a long time. I basically only had 10 or less makeup items for over a decade, so I'm like, I can do this. I can do this video. And I figured we'd do it get ready with me style. Today's tea of the day is an oolong tea. I actually don't let myself drink oolong very often because it gives me an upset stomach. Like it took me years to figure that out, so I can only have it every once in a while. As long as I do that, my stomach is okay. But if I drink it every day like I want to, that's when my stomach rebels. So today I'm drinking, it's a milk flavored oolong. So I add a little bit of milk flavoring to it, which just kind of gives it an extra creaminess factor, which it's just delicious. So good. And if you've never watched oolong steep before, it is so much fun to watch. It comes in, tiny little rolled up balls, but the leaves are actually quite large. And so the second they hit hot water, they start to bounce around and unfurl. And by the end of just a minute, you'll have quite large leaves sitting in your cup. It's pretty cool. Oh goodness, this is even better than I was thinking. It's so good. All right, 10 makeup products. What would I keep? Let's start with eyes. So that was actually a very difficult category for me to choose because, I love my eyeshadow palettes. Very difficult. So I think I've decided that if I had to keep only 10 makeup products and I could only keep one palette, I would totally take one of my huge singles eyeshadow palettes, something like this. Something like one of these big ones from Sydney Grace, and I would go through my single collection and just put all my favorites in my one big palette, and that would be my one eyeshadow palette. It would be extremely painful to have to give up my palettes, but if I truly had to choose, that's what I would do, just because my singles are more curated. I picked out each shade. But let's just go ahead and start with eyes. So I'm actually going to use some single shadows that are currently in a project because these are definitely shades that I would keep. I love them. Oh goodness, I almost forgot a very important step. So 10 makeup products does not give me a whole lot of room, but I would absolutely have to keep an eyeshadow primer. Currently I only have one. This is the one from Lorac. It seems to work just fine, but yeah, I have to use an eyeshadow primer, otherwise my eyeshadows crease. If you find that your eyeshadow creases on you, I would highly recommend trying eyeshadow primer. It was a serious game changer for me. There's lots of good ones. If you want to go high end, the one from Urban Decay is a really good one. I've used one from Morphe that was good. This one from Lorac works fine. And I haven't tried the one from Milani that a lot of people love, but that one has really good reviews. So anyway, that would be one of my 10 products, definitely, for sure, an eyeshadow primer. Okay, now let's get into the eyeshadow. I don't want to show you these shades since they're in projects, and I don't want to give you spoilers. But I'm using the shade Prim and Proper from Makeup Geek through my crease. Then I'm going to take the shade Chemical Bond from Nabla, and I'm just gonna kind of work that along the outer half of my eye. Then I'm gonna take the shade Glass Bowl from ColourPop. This one's not a project, so I can show it to you. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger and put it on the inner eyelid. All right, I think I'm just gonna keep the eyeshadow fairly simple like that. Then I'm gonna go in with an eyeliner. I do like to have a brown eyeliner at all times. When I was younger, I tended to always use black, but I think I like a darker brown. And I really like this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Kohl eyeliner, the Color Icon Kohl eyeliner, and this is the shade Sima Brown Now. And I'm just gonna tightline with this, just to give the base of my lashes a much thicker look. Okay, now let's do base. So if you're wondering where all the glow is coming from, that would be from my sunscreen. Today I'm wearing the Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel SPF 50. Definitely gives the whole mermaid skin effect. It's a very pretty lightweight SPF. And I think for base products, I really had to think about what I was going to do. So as far as a concealer, so I think as far as under eye stuff goes, I don't generally have dark circles, thankfully. So the concealer that I would choose would be one that I would use to spot conceal breakouts and things. For me, that is definitely going to be the NARS concealer. In fact, if I really had to go simplistic with my makeup, I would just do a concealer instead of a foundation and just spot conceal. I do think the shade I have is a little bit too yellow. When I got it, I was really pleased with the shade, but now I'm thinking it's just a bit yellow. This is the shade Nougatine but I can make it work today. So I'm just taking a little bit on a concealer brush and I'm just gonna spot conceal those acne spots. I like to do this before foundation because it keeps me from using too much foundation, I feel. That way I can do a lighter layer of foundation over the top. Now, I'm not gonna blend it out too much since I am going over it with foundation. Okay, for foundation, I actually have a lot that well, not a lot. I have a few that I would consider very, very good kind of holy grail type foundations, but I think my favorite at the moment is this one from Yensa. And I've been holding off opening up this brand new bottle just because I wanted to use up some of my other stuff first, but I thought today would be a good day to open up my favorite foundation. So this is the BC foundation. Why it's my favorite is because it's very similar to the Misha for me in terms of how it has skincare in it, where I actually see a difference. At the end of the day, it actually helps my skin. It has a beautiful, more on the radiant side finish, but not like greasy or really, really glowy. And this actually has pretty good coverage, and the shade Light Neutral is a better shade match for me than the Misha is. It actually does have SPF 40 in it as well, which I don't like to rely on my foundation for SPF, but I think that's pretty great. And I like how it's a squeezy tube with a pump. I really like the packaging. Oh, I think I might have. I don't know if I needed 2 pumps. Oh well. And if you're wondering what fragrance, it does have a fragrance, but different than the Misha. I know a lot of people struggle with like the more florally fragrance of the Misha. So the Yensa is also fragranced, but it's not the same fragrance. The only thing is this Yensa is much more expensive than the Misha. I got it on an Ipsy sale a while back. I was so excited. Along with the foundation, I got the Yensa sponge. It's very bouncy and it makes a great noise. Can you hear it? And I'm gonna bring a light layer right up underneath my eyes since I'm not wearing under eye concealer. And yeah, I got way too much. 2 pumps was too much, but I'm just gonna bring it down my neck. I don't wanna waste that SPF. Oh, it's been a while since I've used it and oh, I love it, so pretty. I am looking so glowy with the combination of this foundation and that SPF underneath, but that's okay. My goodness. It's pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, so that was product number 5 that I would keep. Let's quick do my eyebrows. I'm not super fussy with my eyebrows. I would probably choose a tinted brow gel like this one. This one's the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I think my favorite tinted brow gel that I've ever used is the one from Benefit, but this one from e.l.f. works just fine. Okay, let's talk blush. You guys know how much I love blush. I don't think I could ever pick which of my blushes is my favorite. So what I did was I just chose a blush that I would like to wear today. Okay, just know that I would have a blush, probably something more neutral like this one. And I really enjoy this one from NYX. This is the Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint in the shade Nude Tude. It is a matte finish, which I think I could go for something matte today since my skin is so glowy. But it's super easy to use. Just dot it on with the wand and blend. Easy peasy. Man, every time I use that blush, I love that blush. It's so good. I have not tried the other shades. I just know that I really, really love the formula. And I would totally skip bronzer among my 10 products since I don't usually wear it anyway. I think I need a little bit more on this side, just a little bit. Oh yes, this was a good choice of a blush. Love this. Wild how blush just makes you wake up, huh? Oh, it looks so nice. Okay, let's do mascara. So I actually have several favorite mascaras. I don't have any number one. Thankfully, one of my favorites I do have open right now. So I have this one from Essence. This is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. Lots of people love this mascara. I like it because it's one of those mascaras that does all the things. It's very black, it separates, it lifts, it curls, it volumizes, it lengthens. It's just one of those. The only thing I don't like about it is it can be hard to get off, like really hard to get off. In fact, this morning I had raccoon eyes because I was wearing this one yesterday and I just could not apparently get it all off last night. So that is the one thing about this one that can be a mite tricky. And of course I instantly got it on my eyelid. Like, it's not even like this is a big wand. I just struggle not to get it on my eyelids. Yeah, look at all that volume. I think it's nice. And that's how Lash Princess looks. On my lashes, at least. I mean, mascara, it is so personal. I know there are some people who really don't like this one, which, you know, that's valid. I mean, mascara is very, very personal for people depending on their lashes and what it is that they're looking for. But this is how it looks on me, and that's why I like it so much. I love the volume. It's great. I'm gonna leave it off my lower lashes. Okay, I'm down to only 2 products left. I'm going to skip highlighter, and I did skip primer earlier. So let's talk about lips. You guys, lips are my first like makeup product love, before I loved blush, before I loved eyeshadow or foundation or highlighter. I love lip products. And same as like with blush, I don't necessarily have a #1 favorite. Okay, sorry if I'm now in like a different position. I had to quit filming for just a minute because my family needed my attention. We were talking about lip products. Okay, so I would pick differently depending on the day. Today, I picked a lip liner and a lipstick. So I really, really love this lip liner from ColourPop in the shade Beeper. The formula actually isn't my very favorite. I prefer something a little more stiff that's a little bit more long lasting, but this shade Beeper is so beautiful. I love it. So I'm kind of the worst at outlining my lips. I have not figured out how to like do it perfectly. It doesn't seem like it would be that hard, but I don't know, it kind of is. I've come to the conclusion that my lips must not be symmetrical, because when I perfectly follow my lips, they're not symmetrical. So that must be the problem. I mean, look at that shade. Oh, it's so, so good. For my last product, I'm going to choose a lipstick, which I thought for sure I would choose a gloss. I'm such a gloss girl, but I really love this. Really, really love this. This is the Dolce Vita, the shade Dolce Vita from NARS. And this is more of a sheer, kind of balmy lipstick formula. I mean, look at it. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, so there you have it, my 10 product makeup phase. If I could just have one more, just one more product, I would have picked a powder, especially for filming, because as always, I always say this, I'm looking so much more glowy here on camera than I actually am in real life. But if I had to pick, I guess I wouldn't pick a powder. I would just be glowy all the time. But I love these products. I love this face of makeup. I definitely stand by these choices. So let me know down below, if you could only pick 10 makeup products, what would you choose? I thought this was such a fun idea, so thanks again to Julia for doing this video first. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun doing this video. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye!